Good morning everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today, myself and Louise have come back to our local park after venturing out.
This is the busiest I've ever seen Chessington.
I know, it's mad. We've come on the first Friday of the half term. I imagine a lot of schools have got inset days today, but it's meant to be half term next week or from the end of today. But the queues are manic. We queued like half an hour to get in. It's just coming up to 11 o'clock now, so we're a bit late getting in. Park hours are 10 till 7. We're mainly here for the Howl-O-ween event, as it's called here. The Howl-O-ween, because it's got the zoo attached to it. So Howl-O-ween has a scare maze called Creepy Caves, which is in the old Creepy Caves building. We're booked to do that at 6:45 tonight. There's also a few free walkthroughs, including one down by the vampire called the Wildwood Villages or something like that.
It looks to me like
I know, but I don't look at the names and all that. They've also got the Forgotten Forest, which is a free walkthrough. We've always missed that because it's a free walkthrough. It always gets a long queue. They have roaming characters around Tomb Blaster and the Vampire and Pirates Cove. They're from 12 o'clock. So yeah, let's have a look around the park, see if we can get some rides on, and just show you all the Halloween goodness they've got here. So our first ride of the day is going to be the Dark Ride Classic Tomb Blaster. Advertising a 60-minute queue, but the queue is nowhere near that long, is it, Lou?
well.
It's advertising 60 minutes. Let's have a look. It's not queuing in the extension queue, so I reckon it could be like nearly a walk-on, or at least into the show building. I do absolutely love Tomb Blaster. It's one of those old classic rides from when I was a child. When I first went on this ride, it was the Terror Tomb and the Forbidden Tomb. I can't remember which incarnation, but I just love the theming in it, and this ride does have a lot of the original theming still, so it just brings back a lot of memories for me. I do wish they would get rid of the lasers on it, or at least give it a proper...
Like more of a dark ride kind of vibe.
I'd like it if they just like maybe made the laser blasters like they used to be, a bit like the ones at Alton Towers on Jewel. They're just a bit more robust and they look nicer. But yeah, it's still a great ride. Excellent level of theming. Like
the queue as well.
Yeah, it is very well themed. Like, this is back in the day when Chessington really cared about their theming. Like, in all fairness, nowadays we've got Croc Drop, and that's a good sign of where things are going. No, it's not open yet. But yeah, like they were thinking sightlines and all that when you were walking around here. Like, obviously this is just a warehouse behind here. It's all themed up, which is what I love about this theme park. So one other bit of exciting news, the new area coming for 2023, they are putting construction fences up. Me and Lewis came here on Monday and they were just putting the markings out for the fence posts, but looks like it's actually going to get built now, and I'm excited because this is our local park, so we will be doing construction updates all throughout the 2022 season. Obviously people are speculating that's going to be a Jumanji ride. I can believe
a very good theme area.
I can believe it because Gardaland, which is a Merlin park, have just got licensing for Jumanji, and the overhead plan, if you've seen the plan, the pattern in the middle looks like the Jumanji board. Anyway, we're just going into the tomb now. We'll see you on Tomb Blaster. So see what I mean when I'd say take Merlin's queue times with a pinch of salt. Advertising a 60-minute queue.
It's a walk-on.
It's a walk-on. So I don't know what's wrong there. I'm hoping the other queues are all like that. Obviously Dragon's Fury isn't, because that's at the entrance. But yeah, it's going to be nice to get on this one nice and quick. As those of you who come here a lot realise, the queue for this one is quite slow because they only have the 3 trains now. They don't have the, I think they used to have 6 originally, so they kind of had to wait for spacing.
Listen, the ancient priest has been disturbed. We must capture him before he escapes the tomb. We will build a trap for him. You need to force him into it. Look out for the confirming specs and use your spectral blasters to shoot them to force the creeps into our trap. We'll be waiting to catch them for good. It's now safe to remove your spectral blasters. You are ready home.
Come off first ride of the day, advertising a 60-minute queue, only waited about 5 minutes for that. So like I say, really look at the queues as you come in. We're going to head up towards Safari now because it's also advertised as a 5-minute queue.
Well,
oh, does it say 50 minutes? Okay, it said 5 minutes on the board.
Yeah, on the...
Oh, maybe we're looking at different boards. But yeah, we're going to head over to that, see about that. Failing that, we're going to head down to the front of the park and have a look at the construction walls going up for the new coaster and land for 2023. So let's have a look. So for now, we've decided against going on Safari. It's got a manic queue. Louise is right, 50-minute queue. Probably not quite 50 minutes, but you know, we come to this park so often. I don't feel inclined to do rides.
Here, don't they?
They do like their speed runs.
Yeah.
There's more when it's quiet though. But yeah, Toon Blaster, great ride. But the only thing is, every time we go on it, there's one effect or two effects that aren't working.
And now I've been on it so many times, I really notice when things aren't working. Like on the snake, there was only one blaster working on the snake.
The boulder scene, that's very intermittent. That's always been intermittent. It's a very technical piece of machinery because it moves and rotates. So that's normally done. That's always been like that. But when it comes to like the lighting in the Anubis room, it didn't turn on. It was pitch black from the spotlight. And as Louise says, a lot of targets weren't working. I didn't even bother shooting that time. I just wanted to take in the theming. And to be honest, if you want to look at that ride from a different perspective, actually don't shoot. You realise there's so much more theming. Like in the snake room at the end, there's actually theming behind you.
isn't it?
Yeah, crazy. They actually have the little faces with the moving mouths behind you. It's like, it is
Even
mad.
though the gondola's facing away.
It's mad the level of theming that ride has, and like it used to have even more. They stripped a lot away. But because we're not going on safari now, we're heading down to the Wanyama village. Sorry if I butchered the name. This is part of the Chessington Zoo. It's one of the great things about Chessington. It has the zoo, so you can take it a bit easier.
Yep.
There are various Halloween events around here, including shows and whatnot, which we'll have to have a look at a few of them later. But Forgotten Forest is around by the Burnt Stub Mansion. So we're not going to go through the village, we're going to head back because they've got a fence and it's locked, isn't it?
Bearing in mind it's nearly 12 o'clock.
I don't know why that is. Like, there are people jumping over it, but apparently you can't get past the hotel. It's just an access to the hotel at the moment, which is a bit strange. This is one of my gripes with Merlin, as in general, is stuff like this. I always sound like I'm moaning about Merlin, but I just want my theme park day to be amazing, and it does take away from it a little bit.
I think it's made harder when you've been to such great theme parks like European ones. Oh my god.
Yeah, definitely.
They're amazing.
Bear in mind we have just got back from Disneyland, Plopsy the Panam Park Asterix last week. So yeah, I do like the Merlin parks. So we're going to head round towards Mexicana, that sort of area of the park, and see whether we can actually get on some more rides. Right, so a slight change of plan. If I'm not to be mistaken, Croc Drop has just opened. It's got a little bit of a queue, but we're jumping this one. Can do. It's just queuing around the corner, so if we get in it, we'll probably have a 15-minute queue for this one. Let's get on Croc Drop. So a bit of good timing there, to be honest, because Croc Drop on a day like today will end up with like a 45-minute queue. They'll advertise it an hour. From about this zigzag, you'll wait about half hour, 45 minutes, depending on operations. So it'll be nice to tick this one off. I was a bit dubious when they said it was going to be an SBF bounce tower, but I feel that the experience makes it, and it's good to see that Merlin are finally learning. It's not all about the ride, it's the theming. The theming and story really do make the ride. So I'm probably waiting about 15 minutes from here. We'll see you when we get off of Croc Drop. Right, so it took just under half an hour to get onto Croc Drop there. Quite slow operations, but it's mainly because of the fast track queue they've got running at the moment. I don't think this ride really should have fast track on it. It's not got the capacity for fast track, but right now the queue is to the entrance, so we got lucky with that one, very lucky. So outside of Croc Drop they've got some theming, green pumpkin, photo opportunity, and dotted all around the park they've got these various like buttons to press. If you press the button, cool. It's always good to see extra theming in the parks. I think we're going to head into Mexicana now, or are we going to go over to Tiger Rock? So after 12 o'clock they have actors out, so in the Pharaoh area, or Forbidden Kingdom area, you have various characters, including, I think Anubis walks around, there's a beggar over there, they have Sobek, who is the one just walking past over there. It's good to see, actually. It's really cool to see.
We would never say anything bad about a park that tries. New things coming out is never something.
Do you know what? I really think Chessington are doing amazing with their scare event. Howl-O-ween has got better and better every single year. And, you know, the costumes are nothing amazing, but, you know, it's good to see that you can get interaction with them. So where Chessington was such a heavily themed theme park in the past, it's still got a lot of the original theme in it. It's nice to see that they're giving it a new lease of life. This Mexicana side was added new for this season, and on the other side you've got the Forbidden Kingdom. It's always good to see that they're starting to look after stuff. Oh, Louise has just come across one of the signs. So these are dotted all over the parks.
Spooky rating.
Yeah, so you've got your spook rating and if there are live actors in it. So that's one thing to bear in mind. Sadly, one ride we won't be doing today is the Rattlesnake, the wild mouse over here. It's down all season, or for the rest of the season, I believe. It's a bit of a shame. Oh, we got another one of the tombstones here. So go ahead and press it. Oh, someone knocking I think it's quite good that they're low down for kids, but I think they're actually intended to be pressed with your foot to avoid COVID transmission. But yeah, like I say, sadly we won't be getting on this today. I imagine on a day like today it would be absolutely mental queue-wise. I do love a ride on this very well themed Mauer Wild Mouse. Other offerings that were included new for this season is the tortilla restaurant here. We love coming in for a burrito, and Louise just pointed out to me they've actually got some of the live actors out. So literally in 3 or 4 of the lands. So you've got Mexicana has actors, Forbidden Kingdom has actors, and Wildwood has actors. But they're just dotted around everywhere. I think there's only like 2 or 3 actors per area. But it's nice to see that they're trying with it. Also on the map they've got all the various Halloween events dotted around. So the only scare maze this year is the Creepy Caves here. That requires a ticket, is £6 for non-annual pass holders and £5 for. Forgotten Forest is a free walk through. There's a few shows dotted around, and here are the ones with all the characters walking around, so Ferocious Pharaohs and Barbarian Bandits. Shows on the main stage. Apparently this is quite good with fire effects and dance, like a flash dance. So plenty of Halloween theming around the Yoo-Hoo Children's Zoo. I wonder when this is due a rebrand, to be honest, because I haven't seen Yoo-Hoo toys in years. Like, were they even a thing?
Do you win them and grab a machine?
I don't know. But Louise wants to come here to have a look at the bunny rabbit because it has been, well, its partner died and they got it 2 new friends, so Louise checks up on it every visit we're here. I've also noticed Louise is sporting her Tomorrowland hoodie. From Plopsa de Pan, from the Ride to Happiness. Like, imagine if they had that ride here, Lou. That's the equivalent of what that ride is there. What do you think of the Ride to Happiness, Mr. Donkey?
I'm gonna call this donkey Archie.
Archie the donkey. He doesn't like it, he's walking off. So the petting zoo is back to a free roam now, so you've got the goats just roaming around randomly. And then they have animals in enclosures. They have guinea pigs in here, but I think they're in their little hidey house at the moment. Got things like pigs and donkey and all that, and then a few birds and stuff. And then one Louise wants to see in a minute is the rabbit hutch over there. So there is the bunny rabbit. Louise is wondering where the other 2 are. This is the original one. It was part of a pair and the other one died, so they got extra ones, but they're not in here at the moment. So either they are in the hidey house having a sleep, or they are not suited for that rabbit and they've been separated from them. There you go, they're out. They've got these like hair-like rabbits and they are absolutely crazy. There's 2 of them like this. It was just in the hidey house having a sleep, so I imagine that's where the other one is. And the rabbit disappeared. So now we've had a look in the petting zoo, we're going to head round towards the Forgotten Forest. It is an outdoor walkthrough, there's no actors in it, but I think if there's no queue, we're just going to go through it. I think I could take the camera in that one, just to see it in the light. We will aim to get on it later, but I'm expecting huge queues later. So yeah, it's just past the Room on a Broom ride. And the rest of the zoo, so it's in between Room on a Broom and the Wildwoods area of the park. A noisy seagull. So let's go check it out and see what it's all about. Right, so something that's returning for this season, the Winter's Tale event, which we will be coming to at some point, from November 27th until the 3rd of January. They have a few of the rides open, including the Vampire and the Gruffalo. Got it advertised this year with a sleigh along here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, they're slowly trying to transition to a 365 park here. So lodge entrance to the park, they have the most impressive entrance side, Howl-O-ween. This is a brand new sign for this season. Looks very spectacular, I like that. And also on top of the entrance they've actually got some lighting rigged up, so that probably lights up nicely in the dark. Now in general it will get dark from about 6 o'clock. If we're lucky, it will start getting a bit quieter, a bit darker from 5:30. So we'll be able to experience some of the rides in the dark. I really wasn't thinking when I booked the Creepy Caves for 6:45 because it's a completely indoor maze. So there's no point really to us having it so late. It's just I did it for the last slot of the day, so we won't be able to get one last night ride, which is a bit annoying, but such is life. So as it goes on the pumpkin front, I'm going to say Chessington is losing quite drastically at the moment. Paulton's Park, Disneyland, even Park Asterix, they had a lot more pumpkins than Chessington. They have tried, but they're not dotted around in nowhere near the vastness that the likes of Europa Park have. Though I will give them one thing, the theming is getting better in this park, and they do appear to be trying. Like they are. There's some old theming statues. They used to be in the main plaza of the park, didn't they?
We can call them the Pumpkin
the Pumpkin Kings. But yeah, they you know, their theming is good here, especially for Halloween. I do think with the threat of the London Resort coming soon, Merlin have decided to step up their game a bit. Right, so the Forgotten Forest is along here. Bear in mind we will be doing this one again later. There are no actors in here, but we're just going to take you on a walk through during the daytime and then hopefully a bit later on towards the evening. So I imagine later on this will be getting quite a queue, but like I say, we just want to experience it while there is no queue. We'll have to come back at about 4 or 5 o'clock as the sun's starting to go down. So some pretty impressive theming. In past times they have had actors in here, but they decided to remove actors completely from this one. They've just got voiceovers, as you can hear.
My friends no flickering.
Oh, a great level of theming through here. I imagine when it gets a bit darker along here, it will look amazing tonight, won't it? Like I say, we will definitely be coming back through here later. So yeah, we might have a bit of a queue for it, but as soon as it starts to get a bit dusky, we will head back down here. I'm loving the level of detail around here.
A little skull face in the rock.
Yeah, I know, it's just so well put together. Like I say, you can't really enjoy it fully in the daylight because there is lighting everywhere. So yeah, I'll say it once again. Later on is the time to come through here, but if you just want to do a walkthrough without a queue or anything, it's open from 12:15 and it is free. Don't be like Steve, he didn't subscribe to the World of Coasters.
Forgotten magic has changed it all.
So it's just simple theming along here, but it does look really good.
Be careful.
Love this fake cobweb effect. There is a spider around, wow. Even smoke effects.
Spiders.
They encourage you to take photos. Please do so as you go on your way.
And at the end here, they got the smoke bubble machine as you come out. Yeah, if you want to come in when it's quiet, like I say, make sure you're here at the beginning. Absolutely no queue at the moment. So, very impressed with the Forgotten Forest there. You can't go wrong with a free walkthrough. Normally they charge for these sorts of mazes, like there's no actors in it. But I feel, as I said during the maze, if you want to go and enjoy it at a nice slow pace, come early on when it's still daylight. Like I say, we will come back later in the dusk sort of time, about 5, 6 o'clock, to have a walkthrough of that. So yeah, very impressed. We're going to head down towards the Vampire now. I don't know whether we're going to do that yet, but they've got another free walkthrough there, which leads out to the other entrance of the park, and we'll also see if we can get on the Gruffalo. So here is where Creepy Caves is. They've actually reversed it this year. So rather than it being entering at the top over here, you now enter and go down to the bottom, which used to be the old entrance to this ride. Yeah, it's still got the same barrels out the front, and I did this with Lewis earlier in the week, and they have actually changed quite a lot on it. The story's completely different, but to be honest, it's not as good as the original. Like, the story's changed, it's much more like jump scares now than a story. What I was saying about the entrance before, it used to be here. It used to go in at the top here in the little marquee. But yeah, we'll be doing this later on today. It's been closed for a little while now, but Sea Storm is down for the rest of the season, being refurbished for 2022. So yeah, the half term have kicked off. Gruffalo is in the extension queue all the way along here. So we've decided we'll come back in about half an hour. We're going to go grab some lunch and get some more rides on. We have decided that we're not going to get a lot of rides done today, mainly because of how busy it is. But like I say, it's our local park, so we can come here within a 20-minute drive. So it's not too much of a problem. I was here earlier this week with Lewis. So the vampire, always a classic at Chessington, even better in Halloween. They normally have actors in the queue line here, but as you can see, the fast track queue is to the entrance here, so fast track is definitely a sellout today. And the queue for the actual coaster is out of the main entrance and down the side into the extension queue. So you're probably looking at a good 60 to 70 minutes there. I don't know about 90, it all depends on their operations. So if you head past the entrance to the vampire, you can go down towards the Vile Village, which is another free walkthrough. Came through here with Lewis the other day and was incredibly impressed by it because I didn't actually know it was here. As you can see, they're using mist effects already, which really adds atmosphere to this area of the park. So at the moment, the Vile Village also is going to be a walk-on, so we'll have a look through here. So let's go into the Vile Village. Plenty of villagers around. We'll attempt to scare you. We'll have to come back in here later when it darkens up. It's got a good level of theming through here, and this is completely new for Chessington this season. I'm very impressed with this one. You alright, mate? Don't speak much, does he? So yeah, another one's come through when it darkens down a bit.
Not crazy. You did. You said it with your eyes. Not crazy. Is this a vampire catching device?
Yeah, it can be.
Have you got garlic as well?
Do we need it?
Do we need it? Yeah.
Oh, we must
And your holy water.
I ran out of that this morning. Yeah, some really good effects through here. Have a look at this. Going to town. Even the ground is themed at the moment. Oh, shush, baby's sleeping.
Why are you two in my village?
not too sure actually.
That's an awful answer! Evil woman. Why are you smiling like that? I hate it when people smile. And be quiet!
Some great actors in here.
Quietly! Honestly!
Some great actors in here. Using some of the old milk cans for buckets.
Oh, that one. What on earth is those things?
It's a camera.
What's it do?
It shows you to lots of people.
How many?
A few thousands.
2? I've got 2 here, I don't need 2. Let me have a look. Oh, it's just a rubbish mirror, you can just see straight through it. It's a liar, that one. Rubbish. What? I don't want to hang him, I'll have it for dinner though, if you're not too attached to it, no?
Very good. I don't know, where do you want to be buried?
Buried. Where's Professor Burp's buried? I know he's along here somewhere.
No, he just retired, he's alright really.
Oh, okay. I swear he had a tombstone along here.
B clock does.
Do you want to join, I said?
Join what?
definitely.
Does she not like to play?
No, she does. She's just not in the mood at the moment.
Why is she not in the mood at the moment?
I don't think it's not dark enough yet. You got to come here at night.
Just night.
Yeah, when all the scary things come out.
Lily says she's bored of you and to go.
Okay, we're going.
Lily says if you won't play with us, to just go.
Okay, see you later.
Why are you smiling?
Because I'm evil.
He got me. He got me. He can get you too. You should leave. Oh, you should leave. You should run.
Some really good actors in there. Again, that is one to come back to in the evening. Just a short little walkthrough, but it's good for free. Like, you don't get anything from Merlin for free, but two really good walkthroughs that don't cost anything. Now we've actually come out of here, we can kind of see they're erecting the fence up here for the construction of the new 2023 land. Yeah, the fences around here, they started putting it up on Monday. Doesn't look like they've quite reached all the way around, but we cannot walk down this path anymore. So hopefully, well, they haven't officially announced it's been confirmed, but the fact that this fence is going up does mean good things to me. We're watching this space throughout the 2022 season. So yeah, not a lot to see at the moment, but watch this space. Nice green fence for 2022. So again, here in Pirates Cove, they've got the plundering pirates of Pirates Cove with their stage, and another one of the tombstones along here. These are quite detailed, these actually, like they're not cheaply made, they're proper like, you know, like, I don't know, like a rockwork effect almost. They've been custom made for the park, which is good to see. Probably the only gripe that I've got is maybe blend the button in a bit better, but I can't really complain about that. That is me being really picky. So far, very impressed with what Chessington have to offer. Like, when it's busy like this, it really does help having all these shows, all these walkthroughs, because the queues, no word of a lie, are mental today. I haven't seen Vampire using the extension queue out at the entrance for the past season, really. Even the rides like Elmer's Elephant, it's got a huge queue. So we're going to have a look in the shop, see if they've got any merch for this Halloween season, and then travel on towards Land of the Dragons. So another bit of advice, if you want to come into a shop, come in during the lunchtime rush, it's always quieter. They've got the My Moments personalisation station here, it's all back up, and they've actually got some Christmas decorations on here, so you can customise a bauble or a keychain. It's pretty cool. So these are all touchscreens along here, you can choose Christmas or generic.
Christmas.
So
Wow.
Santa's sack.
£6, that's not bad.
So My Moments, find and seek book station is here. One thing which I think they're really struggling to sell, but it is a really good idea. We of course did a review for My Moments on this earlier in the season. One thing that I am going to say, I really wish they would sell these prints, because they got some canvases at the back here, and I do like the look of that one. That's pretty cool. They do still have the one-way system in this shop at the moment, which I don't quite understand, because it does cause some bottlenecks during busier times. But at the moment it isn't too bad of a problem. They have got a Halloween one as well, the Howl-O-ween pin up here.
That's cool.
And it's not got a year date on it, which is good. So something that's new for 2021 is actually Howl-O-ween merch, including the Halloween logo. They got a hoodie for Creepy Caves along here, and then they've got both options in t-shirt as well, so Creepy Caves and the actual Howl-O-ween logo, which is pretty cool. Price wise, we're looking at, they even have it on there. So they don't actually have the price on any of these, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, they're not bad. They're pretty good quality as it goes. I do like the t-shirt. And the hoodie is pretty cool as well. I like the more basic Howl-O-ween logo on. Doesn't necessarily scream Chessington, but yeah. So also one thing they're doing here is they're charging for maps now, calling them souvenir maps. £3.50. Yeah, £3.50, and they're up here. You do come with a lanyard in all fairness, but it's a bit steep for a souvenir map. Lanyard looks pretty cool though. So they've been celebrating with Elmer this season, and see these dotted around the park. They've actually got a Halloween themed one, which is pretty cool. Elmer in his skeleton outfit.
I want one.
That's pretty cool.
I have been collecting Elmers.
Yeah, the little tiny ones. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we've just come round to the entrance plaza of the park, and you get a better view of the construction fences going up along here. So at the moment there's nothing too major going on, just the fence posts going up, and they've been painted green. Hopefully we'll see some advertising on them before the end of this season's out. But yeah, very excited as to what's going to be coming up over these fences very soon. Hopefully there'll be some viewing stations on here, and we'll be able to give you construction updates. But based on the fence at the moment, it's about 10 foot tall, and I'm not going to be able to reach over it. So we're heading in towards Wild Asia now. We're going to start having a look at a few of the shows. We've established that we're not going to get many more rides up there. I think we would like to do Vampire at some point today. Maybe Tiger Rock after this show. We're going to be heading over to the Banyan show. I assume I'm pronouncing that right. They've got showings all throughout the day. There's one going to be in about 10 minutes time, and it takes place at the tree over here in Wild Asia. Apparently it features dance, fire and special effects. So again, probably better in the dark, but we're going to go have a look now. There are boxes all up around the show area, so we'll choose a cool place to watch it from, and hopefully it'll be awesome. So far I've been very impressed with the Halloween event. So this show's location looks like it might be automated, but all these boxes along here have lighting and fire effects in them. Now the fire effects are actually on top of these posts here. They're these boxes up here, all controlled by radio, and the show is from here. So the Banyan Fire and Dance Show. It's not particularly scary for all ages, and there's plenty of shows throughout the day. But like I say, they've got more of the boxes around here. These literally just contain the smoke and gas canisters for the show. So we're going to choose a nice location to watch this from, and enjoy the show, guys. I'm not going to lie, pretty impressive fire show. Like I'm going to say with a lot of things, watch them later on in the day when the sun's starting to go down, but it's nice to see they've got flame effects going and all that sort of thing. The dancing's really good, it's all well choreographed, isn't it?
Dancing.
I'd probably say the only thing was, when it started, people didn't know where to stand, so it was kind of like back up, back up, back up.
Like a little bit.
Oh, a marker just on the floor, like view from here. But that's the first show we've seen today, and very impressed, very impressed. Hats off to Chessington. It's like they did the scare mazes last year and all that, but this is the first time of them really delving into shows. Anyway, we're going to head round to Tiger Rock now and see what the queue's like for that. So, the queue for Tiger Rock is all the way back to the entrance. One of the benefits of this being our home park is I'm not fussed if we don't get on many rides. I can't film on-ride pods in this park, so I just get off-ride shots anyway. But we're going to carry on round Toon Blast away and see if we can find some of the roaming entertainment around the park. Strange thing, which is said it was closed all day, but it's running. It has got an extremely long queue though. It's literally queuing to the top, so I'll probably give this a miss, but I wasn't misreading it. The sign said it was closed all day, so it's good to see it's back up and running. It's not looking particularly healthy, the lake at the moment. Seems to have got quite green. Might be something to do with the toxic barrel that's being dumped in there at the moment. I don't think the chimp will like that very much at all.
Welcome to Pirates Cove, a land of exploration, mystery and daring battles. You must be the locals. Welcome aboard. The name's Peggy Bailey and this is my shipmate and best mate Winter Jones. But you can call her Jonesy. We travel across seas and channels, protecting the innocent, combating evil and searching for buried treasure. Some of you may remember the magnificent Black Buccaneer. The great ship's home dock was just over there. Captain Skulldust was furious to discover that on her return today, her vessel was gone, vanished, stolen, disappeared without a trace, and she was far from pleased, to say the least. Come on! Oh, it's Captain Skulldust! Winter Jones!
I've had enough of this small talk. Time for you to put your treasure where your mouth is.
Bring it on!
Come and lassie.
I told you to surrender without a fight!
Another great show there. Like I say, they're nothing high budget. Louise has got herself a Twizzler. What would you call them things? I can't even think of what they're called.
Shooty cannon thingies.
So yeah, a great show there. They're nothing high budget, but they're really well put together, aren't they, Lou?
I think they are. I think that one was better.
They are
the
brilliant.
music was better at the other one, but that one was like much more choreographed.
Yes, definitely. Anyway, we're going to head into Wildwood now. We're going to check out some queues. It looks like Gruffalo's queue has died down, so I think we're going to jump in the queue for this one while it's quieting down. Won't get many rides done today, as I've already said, but so far I'm enjoying Howl-O-ween. second ride of the day done with only a 25-minute.
day.
It was second ride, wasn't it?
I know, but it's like
No,
10
third ride. Sorry, we've been on Croc Drop. I'm going to have to change the battery and also wipe the lens. I've got some water on it from the ride just now. I don't think we're going to do Vampire today, which is a shame, but it's still got a 90-minute queue. And
jump in at like 7.
well, we got our creepy caves at 6:45. I think on a normal day I'd be getting quite bored after only 3 rides, but thankfully the amount of entertainment offerings they've got here for the Halloween season is brilliant.
Yeah.
Pretty much over to the Sea Life Centre in a bit.
Could do.
And there's a few more shows we want to see. Not forgetting, we want to also go down the Forgotten Forest and the Wildwood Village during the dark, so we'll definitely do them later. So as we come out of Transylvania, better known nowadays as Wildwood, it's starting to darken off a bit now. Look, we're going through Trail of the Kings.
Can do.
Can do. Go through Trail of the Kings, and then we're going to head into the zoo area. Like I've said before, we're not particularly fussed about getting many rides done today, so we're going to be heading into the Forgotten Forest again, I think very soon, if it carries on getting as dark as it's getting now. We're just walking past where the creepy caves is. For those of you who don't know, this used to be a walk through, like, it was like insect house, insect bugs, reptiles, all that sort of thing. They got closed and they've used it as a horror maze since.
All of the bugs free.
They're like, go, be free. Anyway, we're going to head into Trail of the Kings now, which houses the lions, gorillas, and hunting dogs. The hunting dogs
And
never.
a fox.
Yes. The hunting dogs never used to actually be here. It used to be the tigers, but they got moved round to Land of the Tiger when Tiger Rock opened.
And now they have a little fox.
They do have a fox, which is really strange. I think every person that walks past comments on it, like, why have they got a fox? Because
That was the fox that ate the penguins.
Probably. For those of you who don't live in the UK, foxes are very plentiful here, as in urban areas. They like destroying and going through bins, but they are quite cute.
In a cage, like.
It is really, but he's not even out. They're having a sleep. So there we are, the extremely rare common red fox. Wow. So if you do find yourself in Chessington on a busy day, the zoo is a great place to go if you've done all the rides before and you just want something a little bit different. It's nowhere near as busy down here, and to be honest, they do have some pretty cool animals. I don't think anything's in here at the moment by the looks of it, but yeah, they have a wide variety of animals. And I think just up here on the left we have the lions. We'll get a better view in a minute, but they are right at the back of the enclosure, having a little kip by the looks of it. He's stone asleep. One thing that Trail of the Kings does really well is theming. They actually have some really good theming all the way through here. As we just come around the corner, because this is more of the rock work here. This is for the sea lions. I think this is more original, but this leads on to the gorillas. The gorilla enclosure here, one of the original enclosures. Don't know where the big old silverback is, but it looks like he might be one of the young males. It's feeding time at the zoo. So we've come into the Sea Life Centre, just a quick little walk through. Looks like they might have a bit of Halloween in here. Wow, big old spider. Should be a spider fish really, but it's pretty cool. They put some theming in here. Haven't actually been in here in a little while because in the past they had the social distancing markers. It was very difficult to move around.
Yeah, there's lots. You can touch this thing
Not sure I covered this in the last vlog here, but since we last vlogged this park, they have rethemed all of this in here. Looks a lot better for it. It's really nice effects in here. Just a nice, like, Mayan almost look, Aztec sort of theme. Subscribe to World of Coasters. So yeah, re-theme all the way through by the looks of it. It looks like the only untouched rooms were the first couple up until like the area where you can get your fingers cleaned by one of those prawn things, the shrimps. And then after that, it's all been rethemed. It looks really good actually. Almost reminds me of the one in Blackpool. Finale to any good sea life is the tunnel at the end, and there's no one in here at the moment, which is good. But it won't last very long, but you get some really nice views and picture opportunities along here. That's with all of Merlin's sea lives. They're always pretty well themed, even the older ones. And the re-theme on this one seems to have gone down a treat. So on the way back into the park, we are gonna go through the penguins. So the Sea Life Centre is just over here. And it is progressively getting darker, but we're not quite happy enough with the lighting level to redo the Forgotten Forest as of yet. We've both agreed that we're just going to focus more on the Halloween stuff from now on, as it's not here every day. The penguins are currently having a chill out on their little island.
Really low.
I shall say, it looks like their pool's been drained off. Needs to fill up. So here we go for all the Chessington nerds out there. If you want to see something old, they do have a few little old hints. But round the back here, see this signpost? Used to be the old signpost for the KFC Pizza Hut here, buried behind this bush. In fact, I don't think it's got anything on it anymore, but it used to have like KFC written on it. There you go, old theming. So Louise has just spotted the Creatures and Crawlies, the horrid handling house. Oh, shall we have a look in there?
Yeah.
So that is next to the Room on the Broom movie experience. So let's have a look in here. I've never actually been in here before, but yeah, it's
And
got.
we would have walked straight past.
It was only the fact that Louise saw it. Yeah, some pretty good theming in here. And they got all the creepy crawlies in here. So it's almost like the creepy caves have moved into the now creepy old house. So there's some pretty impressive theming in here. Looks like an old, unused staff room. It's just got a few of the old creepy crawlies from various places. Yeah, what would this be in a backstage area? Literally just seeing a model of Tiger Rock sitting back here just like, hi, I'm chilling, please take me home with you. It's pretty awesome. So Louise is going to brave a stick insect. I said no to this.
Why?
No way.
I mean, we can get the cockroach out if you
No, I'm alright.
I mean, I probably should have put the sleeping one back instead
I
of
mean,
the
she's a bit tired, isn't she?
She's a bit tired. She's quite... There we go. She's a bit chilled. Sorry, I'm just going to move you onto another hand. You can go and chill on this hand.
She's not letting go.
No, she was quite chill there. But you are giving me a bit of a hand.
Heavy, aren't
There we
they?
Oh, they're quite big.
I think they're quite
There
heavy.
we go. She's going to move very slowly into a
Just feels
comfortable
like a
position, then she's
straw.
going to stop.
She'll stop and just go.
There we go.
That's it, she's done.
I think you should hold the cockroach.
I'm alright. It's
You
not
can literally put your hand down, she'll just stay there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll grip on pretty tiny.
That's so weird. They're huge, aren't they?
Yeah. So these are the girls. The boys are small, brown, and have wings. So we can't get the boys out.
Oh no, they'd be gone.
Go.
So all I can say is Louise is braver than me for handling
It
that.
was like a little bit of straw tickling me. That's what it felt.
Not for me. I don't do insects and all that. Like,
There was a cockroach and she was trying to get Luke to do it. and he
not a
was
fact. You didn't do the cockroach.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, to be honest, I don't like spiders, and that resembles a spider.
I would have a snake.
Yeah, snake's fine. Not a problem. I just don't do
I had a
insects.
snake round my neck.
They just do not do it for me. Like, I can, spiders, no. But yeah. It's progressively getting later and later. It's coming up to 4:45 now. There's a show on at 5, isn't there? Or is it 5:15? 5:15. We have to go watch that. It's on the main stage. And then it'll probably be time to get some of the walkthroughs done in the dark. I'm having a really good day so far, considering we haven't got many rides done because of how busy it is. I'm still enjoying the day. It doesn't feel like we've only done 3 rides. And we could have done more. It's just the fact that we aren't queuing for them because this is our local park. There's no point waiting over an hour for these rides. But the Rattlesnake is down again, so the actors are standing outside. So yeah, Lou, it didn't last very long at all. Back soon. Wonder if it'll be opening. So as we descend into Mexicana, into Scorpion Valley, it can actually see they've got a new sign up here for the shooting gallery along here, and that seems like it's the only new bit. Looks like they've also may have painted this building, something minor to note, but apparently it's advertising the 20-minute queue. I think this is our next ride. So after seeing the link for the queue for Scorpion Express, we're going to give it a miss. It's just your standard Mack Rides powered coaster. Has a pretty cool flame effect though, but yeah, normal day off season, you can walk on this one. So as we re-enter Adventure Point, the curse catchers are out at the moment. Looks like they've got a Ghostbuster-esque look. Got their bubble guns and curse catching devices. Using one of the old medical trolleys. Just an old golf cart, but pretty cool. It's nice to see the entertainment being invested in. So we've raided the sweet shops. Louise has a little tube of sweets. Actually, it's not too bad. Like, to be honest, with annual pass discount, both of them were £5.60. So, you know, you're at a theme park at the end of the day. You're always going to pay for sweets. But just fancied something sweet to eat while we watch the next show. Let's go get a seat at the main stage. Right, so we've got a seat at the main stage for the Legend of the Wild Witches.
Once upon a time, there lived 3 young witches. The first witch couldn't get her broomsticks to ever fly. But let's go back in time, as today's story tells a tale from the past. A tale of the young witch Zamara, the witch who could never create any magical potions. Instead, as a young girl, Zamara would fill her days exploring new worlds, using her secret enchanted power, the rare gift of being able to travel through time. I think it's time for you and I to join Zamara and watch her story unfold.
Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide.
Wild Woods, 1765. Cove, 1672.
First things first, I'm a snake, always a sign. I'm fired up the tide of the way that things are made. The way that things are made. I was looking for my youngest, looking my soul into for the masses, fighting the police for the pain. They open me, taking me, shaking me, feeling me, singing regarding from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the movement of love.
So that was the Legend of the Wild Witches show on the main stage. Sorry I had to cut a bit short there because it had a lot of copyright music in it. Obviously don't want a copyright strike on the video, so yeah, we have to cut short on that. What do you think though?
That was good. That
was a good show. Definitely one of their main shows, higher budget, got more dancers and actors in it, good special effects. I'm loving the fact they're using flames and all that this year. They've not really used anything like this before, so they must have got a contract with someone. Anyway, when the show ended, I just noticed the Rattlesnake is actually testing now, so we're going to head over towards Rattlesnake, see if we can get a cheeky ride on that, maybe a 15-20 minute queue before heading over to the Forgotten Forest. We've just been told the Rattlesnake is just about to open. There is a small queue forming, so I think we're going to bite the bullet and get in the queue for this one. As being a low capacity ride, it can get quite a queue, so even if we have to wait 5 or 10 minutes, it'll be better than waiting half an hour. So not even a 2-minute wait there, and we are in the queue, and we're literally going to be waiting a few minutes for this. There's maybe 3 or 4 trains worth of people in front of us. I do like the Rattlesnake, one of the best themed wild mouses out there. Like, Lou, did you expect to get on this today? Because I sure as hell didn't. Considering on their website it did say it was shut all day, and when I came in on Monday with Lewis, it also was shut all day, so I assumed it was going to be down for a prolonged time. So it's just like queuing on and off peak day, Lou, when you join the queue and it's here. Got about a 5-minute queue from here. You know, the capacity of this one is a maximum of 4 people per ride. They're normally segregating into groups. So yeah, I imagine the queue will be getting quite long behind us very soon. So after only a 5-minute queue, we got on the Rattlesnake, and Louise, what's happened?
It's broken down again.
It has, it's broken down. Something has happened, it's stopped operating. Oh wait, no, they cleared it. Good. Literally, we just got off of it and they were on the phone to maintenance, like, something about a rollback, and I was like, wait, what, this one can't do a rollback? Surely, I suppose it can do. I think it's got a bit of a sensor issue, as when we went on it a few trips ago, it slipped on one of the brakes. I think it was car 6, and that sent it into emergency mode. So that's the first time in ages that they fully loaded a car up, four people to a car. Yeah, like literally. Well, apparently you can only have 3 adults to a car, so there was 3 adults and 1 child, and we had to use the trims on multiple occasions.
Here we are, we'll be here all day. You do what now?
So it just goes to show, if you know what you're looking for when it comes to rides, I saw it testing during the main stage show. I was like, let's head straight over to it, and it only took us like 5 minutes to get on that, and barely a couple of minutes to queue. So anyway, we're going over to the Forgotten Forest now, so we need to head down this way. The sun is going down. I reckon it will have a little bit of a queue, but the plan is to do the Forgotten Forest, then head over to the Vile Villages of Wild Woods, and then we're going to go through to our creepy cave booking, as we will be coming into the last hour of operations in the next 10 minutes. So this season marks 20 years of Room in a Broom, so they've got various 20-year ribbons and stuff all over the place. Park starts to light up as the sun goes down. The pumpkin scarecrows at the back there, the Pumpkin Kings as Louise calls them, starting to light up. And the Forgotten Forest is just around here. Hopefully we won't have long to wait to get on that. So it's take 2 of the Forgotten Forest. With the sun starting to go down a bit, it's almost perfect lighting to go on it now, and it actually doesn't have a queue yet. I don't know whether that's because people don't realise it's here or what. It just seems to have got a lot quieter all of a sudden, hasn't it, Lou? So after this we'll be going over to Wild Woods to do the Vile Villages again, so see you in the Forgotten Forest. expected. Now that it's a bit darker, the lights have come on and it looks spectacular around here. Like some pretty good lighting, and with the smoke effects, very spooky.
Want to meet will be out on Halloween night.
They've got a ghost, but it appears to have frozen. It is the frozen ghost of the window. So yeah, lights up a treat, I imagine, towards the end of the season when it's darker earlier. It's all look pretty spectacular along here. Good use of light. And they could almost use with some smoke machines here, but I still think it looks really good. There we go. Steve is still here. Still haven't subscribed to the World of Coasters, Steve.
My friends have been
Please, people,
forgotten.
don't be like Steve.
They
Subscribe
only
today.
have their eye on you. Not as friendly as you seem.
I love a bit of smoke, especially with the cobweb effect. Looks amazing.
From within this mystical place, the spooky spirits will not let you win.
Light's starting to go quite quickly now. Just looks absolutely amazing. Hats off to Chessington on this one. Extremely well themed. And what's more, it's completely free this, so you can come and do this maze without an additional ticket. It's all included in your general admission. Louise has entered the fairy village.
Oh no, one of the toadstools has fallen.
Oh yeah, someone has knocked a toadstool over. It is naughty, someone's been over. Here comes the maintenance girl. Look at that.
Set off the tree.
All in a day's work. And the forest is happy, it's giving a bout of smoke for you. So we enter the mad scientist's lair. What is he working on today? Franking cat. The projections are looking much cooler in the low light. There is the end of the Forgotten Forest. So just a little bit of low light in that one. It looks amazing, doesn't it? Like it was good when it was daylight, but now that it's starting to get dark, all the lighting effects come on and the projections really work. I'd be inclined to give that one another go like after Creepy Caves later when it's like properly dark. At the moment it's really quiet. Like last season when we came here, this one, I can't remember if it was free, but I think it had actors in it last year.
But it was like queued all the way down.
It was queued all the way down there. I think it was free, now that I come to think of it, and I think that's why we wanted to do it, but it was incredibly busy last time. Like I say, it doesn't even feature any actors, but definitely give it a go if you're in the area. So we've just walked past the entrance to Creepy Caves. I had a word with the operative at the entrance and they have said we are allowed to come to our booking 15 minutes early, so because they are quite quiet today, but they weren't necessarily quiet yet. It's just gone 6 o'clock, but if we can get on a 5:30, we might be able to get on the Vampire as a last ride of the day. I love a night ride, and I love a night ride on the Vampire.
And then we would have done what, 5 rides?
5 rides, which isn't, considering how busy it is, it's not too bad.
I think like probably Tiger Rock's shut now.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the queue's massive for that anyway. It's been like to capacity all day. But yeah, I don't think you're looking forward to this because this crew's got actors in it. A little bit scarier.
But it's for ages 10 plus, 9, 24. I had to think about that.
You can cross your arms should you not want to. Do you want to demonstrate what you do? You just do that. It says it on their app and the boards. Cross your arms like you got the X Factor, and apparently the actors won't bother you then. Complete change from earlier. Queue is totally empty now. I don't know whether people don't realise they shut at 7. Yeah, possibly. People may be going home for dinner, but I'm just confused because the Creepy Caves doesn't have a massive queue. The Forest has no queue. It's just like people are deciding to go, which is good for us. Means we get some more rides done. Yes. Right, So after a quick walk on to the Gruffalo, we come off and it is dark outside now. It's not complete darkness, but we get to see the lighting on the vampire and all that. And the other day, one weird thing, when I came here with Lewis, oh no, it is on, it's just not very bright. They fixed the lighting on the vampire sign, although it's not very bright at all. So it's advertising a 45-minute queue, which I could believe because it isn't actually out the extension anymore.
First time today.
However, we're going to do the vile villagers of Wildwoods, head over to our creepy caves early, and hopefully, if we're lucky, be able to get into the queue for this. Oh, press the button. No sound effects on that one. I think it's nice, it's quiet, that one, isn't it? Yeah, I love this park in the dark, especially when you come down into Wildwoods, which used to be Transylvania. Just get some lights on that train, get the Vekoma lap bar trains they do on the family suspended coaster, and some lighting, it would look awesome. Right, so we're back in the dark to go through the Wildwood village, and the actors are out in force. Looks much better in the dark. Right.
You could do that? No.
Just walking through, just passing. Huh?
Again?
Yeah, why not? We thought we'd come in the dark just to get the experience more.
Oh, he won't like you. What? Don't dawdle. He doesn't like it when you're late.
Oh, who's he?
Who do you think?
I don't know, Dracula?
Oh, well done. Oh, didn't I say not to do?
Oh, I'm sorry. They like you, Louise. It's looking much better in the dark. Almost could just use with some smoke effects. Oh, we're back again.
What are you doing here? I told you not to come back.
We just fancied it.
Alive.
Yeah, we thought we'd come back and try our luck.
Beware the vampire.
Will do.
Beware, beware, beware.
Yeah, they could almost use with some fog machines along here, but I'm impressed with the theming. It is really good. Surprised there's no jump scares along here, but it looks like the actors are rotating through their roles, aren't they? They seem to be in different roles from earlier on. You alright?
What's this?
It's just a camera.
Is it alive?
It's not a vampire. It's okay.
All your fangs now.
So again, a completely free maze. Like, you can't go wrong with this, can you?
No,
normally they would charge for this, but we're going to be going into this tunnel now. You alright?
Are you in my village?
Fancy the wander?
Fancy the wonder, did you? Oh, you're a funny one. You love smiling, don't you?
Yeah.
I hate it when people smile. In fact, your whole face is annoying me.
Oh, okay.
And yours. You know?
Yes.
Oh, the effects are looking much better in the dark. Have a look at this.
He's gonna like you. Yeah, he's gonna like you. He seems sweet. So he likes a sweet treat.
So I can't complain about that. That is brilliant in the dark. Probably just missing a smoke effect in that tunnel, just to mask it a little bit. But yeah, like, I think they play on your age group. So bearing in mind we're two adults on our own, they're going to be like a bit more creepy to us. But there was a group of kids behind, and they were being a bit more tame and all that. When it comes to construction, they actually have extended the wall down here now. They're slowly building this fence. Like I say, we will be keeping an eye on this through the 2022 season. But yeah, guys, come on down here and experience Halloween. Right, so with the two free walkthroughs done now in the dark, one in the daytime, one in the dark, I am extremely impressed, but we're going to be going to do Creepy Caves Resurgence. Now, I came here on Monday with Lewis and I did this, so I know what to expect. Because it was only a £5 for annual pass holders, I thought I ain't going to turn that down. And like I say, I was very impressed. So yeah, let's head through to here. Oh, we're all green and lit up. Right, so we're in the queue for Creepy Caves now, guys. Now this is a full scare attraction. Not allowed to film in this one, so we have to go on it alone and share our experience afterwards. Absolutely no queue for it, so we got on 15 minutes before our slots. But it looks like we might be in our own group, Lou. It has gone from super busy to super quiet in the space of an hour. So we've just come off of Creepy Caves. That's my second run through, and
that was less than 5 minutes as well, walk through.
I'm gonna say it was better than my first walk through with Lewis. It was during the day. It's a totally inside maze, so it doesn't really matter about it being daytime. But what did you think of it? What were your reviews?
I so miss the old one, and that's nothing about the new one.
It is good still.
There's better scares in this one, but there's not a story-based maze like it was before.
It starts with a story. You go into the decontamination. I don't want to give too much away, but you go into decontamination, and then it's just like go.
And then it's just scare, which I like.
It's still got all the theming from the old attraction. So you end in the lab that you started in the first one.
I just wish there was more story, but that's just because we've been to the old one.
But still, considering it's only £5 to get in, I think
it's totally
money well spent.
Totally.
Considering when you think how much Thorpe Park are charging for their mazes, like Thorpe Park's mazes are good. I did trailers the other day and it was brilliant.
Like age-wise, what age would you recommend?
What, for that one?
They say 10 plus, but I would say
8 years old as long as they're brave enough.
Yeah, if you've got a brave child.
I do think the actors tame it down depending on the group. Like we were the only 2 people in there then. It's very quiet this evening. We're going to head over and get our last ride of the day before park close. I think it's going to be the Vampire. Yeah, I want to get a picture of the Market Square. Like, it looks amazing, all lit up like this. So in Adventure Point, it's called, I always call these areas by their old name. I've been calling it Market Square, which is the old name for this. They've got some of the scare actors out from the Wild Woods walkthrough. But yeah, very impressed with Chessington's approach to Halloween this year. It just gets better and better, doesn't it, Lou?
Like, there's still loads of people here.
Oh yeah. So hopefully we'll only have about half an hour queue for the Vampire, and then we'll be signing off the vlog. So one other reason for coming over to Market Square, or Adventure Point as it's called, is all the actors are out here at the moment for the end of day show, which runs here on the main stage in the centre of Adventure Point. It's meant to start in a minute, and all the lights are going off in preparation for it. Of characters out at the moment from all over the park, ready for the end of day show. They are dragging it out a bit, and I think they're actually dragging it out a bit so we don't get any rides. So we may head over to the Vampire with 5 minutes to go.
We're waiting another few minutes.
And then we're going to go over because I do like shows, but I love night rides on the Vampire. But yeah, I'm really impressed with Chessington's level of theming this year. The shows have got so much better from last year, and it's just good to see.
That kid is chasing the actress around.
The shows have got amazing, and all the effects. I'm very impressed. Like, I think Thorpe Park.
I would like to go to Thorpe Park.
Yeah, I think we will try to, but
they're like sold out.
They are sold out for a lot of the mazes, so we'll just be going there for an evening. Which I would like to do the maze, but I did trailers the other day with Lewis, and it's all right. So with the last 5 minutes of operations, we've decided, and forgive me, we're not going to watch the end of day show because
you'll just have to come and
that is their plan. That is their plan to be like, oh, we're closed now, bye.
Let's quieten down the rides.
Meanwhile, there's going to be at least half an hour queue for the Vampire, I reckon. So we're going to just get down to that and get a night ride. I love a night ride, and the Vampire is just absolutely brilliant at the end of the day, especially in the dark. You don't get to ride it too often in the dark. So with 1 minute until park close, it's at the entrance, but we're going to brave it. So get in the queue. Close the gate behind you, Lou. Park's closed now. after 36 minutes, just coming up to probably 40 minutes by the time we get on the ride, we're getting in the queue, or getting into the station rather, for the vampire. Sit back, it's fright time. So a ride I did not expect to get on today. By the time we get off of this, it'll be nearing 8 o'clock. The park will well and truly be closed. Let's get on the vampire. Right, so it is coming up to about 10 to 8 now. Last ride of the day is done.
That's like the only ride that will run this late.
Well, that and maybe Dragon's Fury. Depends what the queue's like for that. That can get pretty manic. But yeah, can't go wrong with a ride on that. I was not expecting to get on that given the queue. It just goes to show that when the park is closing, they really can get through the queue if they want to. We literally queued from the entrance gate, and it took 40 minutes. So, you know, when they're saying like, oh, yes, a 90-minute queue from the entrance, it isn't. You're looking at between 40 and 60 minutes. So that is it from Howl-O-ween at Chessington World of Adventures 2021. I've got to say, I've said it today before, but I'm very impressed. Like, Chessington have always done very well with Halloween, but this year they've really upped their game with the inclusion of the free walkthroughs, which I really like.
I hope they don't
the shows
charge next year.
No, I hope they don't charge. Like, it was nice to have those free mazes, and I didn't feel like the £5 for Creepy Caves was a rip-off. I felt that was just about right, to be honest. If you guys are able to come down here for Halloween this season, by all means do. It's well worth it. A brilliant day out. I do love Chessington. We'll be back for Winter's Tale, no doubt. That'll probably be the next vlog. We'll probably come back here and won't vlog it. You know, we come here all the time. This is our local park, as I always say. But yeah, we'll definitely do Winter's Tale. Hopefully February in 2022, and we'll be keeping an eye on that fence that's gone up over where the new proposed land is. But that's all from the vlog, guys. If you enjoyed it, by all means leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more theme park content posted weekly, and we will see you in the next video. Till then,
bye.
Bye.